cutting them off. I think there also comes, a particular time wherein um, we have to stand flat-footed and trust God in those
Right.
difficult, you know,
And that's hard.
times. Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. I mean, because I've had to like put my foot down, several times, and it is
Yeah.
very, very, very hard. It's
Yeah.
very, very hard. But
Yeah.
it's either trust God or die. I
Mhm.
mean, those are the options. Either you're gonna trust me or you're not gonna trust me.
Right.
Either you believe me or you don't believe me. So it really comes full swing. The very same thing that we're teaching them. You know,
We have to teach ourselves or tell ourselves.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
to walk it out. We have to
Right.
walk it out as well. So
Yeah.
Right.
We learn obedience by that which we suffer. We do certain things because we don't want that consequence if we don't do it. We don't pay our electric bill because we want to support FPNL. We don't want to pay our lights.
yes,
So sometimes it
absolutely.
takes some suffering to learn obedience, why we do the things that we do. I heard Creflo Dollar, he said one time, he was talking to his congregation. He said, so many times people are stressed out all about their kids. He said, well, you know what? The same God that saved you in all your crazy mess is more than able to deliver your children
Yes, he
from
is.
every affliction. And ever since you heard that, I heard
Yeah.
that him say that, it was just like that's true. You don't cut them off, but you only could there's only a certain point that you can go in
Right.
certain situations because you don't want to be misconstrued what you're saying, to
Right.
be taken like, oh, you're trying to run them or you're trying to do this or
Mhm.
you're trying to overpower this. No, I could go this far. I could let you know, I could guide you up to this point. But once you say it, you say it. There's no need in saying the same thing over and over and over.
Right.
Because right in the Bible in Ezekiel, it says once you say it one time, the blood's off your hands. So now the other person's accountable. But if you don't tell them, then the blood's on your
Right.
hands. But if you told them one time, then you told you good.
Right.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
That's a good word because I always tell my son, they're like, well, why are you saying this or what are you saying? If I don't tell you,
Mhm.
guess what? You won't know.
Mhm.
Do you want the world to tell you or do you want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And that is so true. I just had that conversation with my son earlier, just a couple of days ago, and I found myself just reminding him again. I said, I just want to remind you, and I want to encourage you again. And he's like, "Well, Mom, why do you keep telling me?"
Because you'll know.
And I'm kind of like giving him a look like, if I'm telling you again, boy. So if I'm telling you again, evidently I don't see the fruit. I don't see you walking it. And then I find myself, okay, it's like you always keep saying, calm down. Calm. You want them to receive it. Now I'm aggravated because, what do you mean? Why am I saying this? Rehearse the same thing over and over and over. Then going back to train up the child in the way they should go, speak the truth in love. He comes back, what, a whole 24 hours later, sends me a text. Mom, I don't know why I do that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have to go back and forth with you when I know you're telling the truth. Now, on the inside, I'm going, that's why I was getting aggravated. Because you do this all the time. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's why, like you say, speak the truth and be done.
Yeah.
I don't have to give the reminder. I don't have to, what.
Yeah. I like what you said though. I think with different children we have different personalities.
Right. Yep.
And there are some that take what we're saying to heed and there's some
Yeah.
that want to be stubborn just for the
Yeah.
sake of it. But
Mhm.
I always remember when I was a child, when I was a teenager, how my response to it. So it's like I'm telling you something, but I know you got to go through it for yourself in order for you to learn.
Right.
And though it's hard, I mean, it is hard. It is a hard test, but it's like the safest thing for me to do or anyone else is pray. Is you just gotta pray. You just gotta pray through it and just pray that they receive it. And I always say, Lord, wake him up in the middle of the night if you need to, Lord. Just let him see something because as bad as we want something for our children,
Right.
they have to want it too. We already, lived that life. We already went through the different stages of life and, the things that we went through. We're trying to save them from it.
Right.
But at
They
the
don't
same
see that.
time, they won't learn until they actually experience it. They won't really get it. You could stress all day. This is going to happen. And I've had times where my son will call and say, Mom, you're all right. I don't say I know I was right. I say it in my head because I don't want him to know, like, okay, yeah, I'm both, I'm
Yeah.
boasting about bragging about being right.
They'll
But
take that.
exactly.
But they got the
But
revelation.
I've also learned that if I listen to him, sometimes he's on point. And when I hear him, it shocks me because I'm like, you really were listening but I
Right.
over talked you, so I didn't really hear that. So
Yeah.
now I can trust you going out, and I'm like, he's gonna be all right because his response to a lot of things I didn't know that's what he had on the inside of him. I'm like, okay, God, I see you working, but we gotta let him go. We gotta let him experience life, because if they don't experience it, then they won't know what it really is. We can
Right.
stress it all day, and many times we're stressing ourselves about things that we should, you know, um, believe that God is taking care of. So I'm a firm believer in prayer. If you're praying and you're sitting on the word, then everything's going to be all right. Even if they got to go through that storm in the beginning,
Right.
they will come back and things will change in your favor.